So in the past year, we've seen an escalation in financially motivated attack. More so now than other cyber criminals are going after end users. They're also going after the websites that store financial information, but they're going after end users as well to try and trick them into giving up personal details. And one of the ways they're doing this is by scaring tactics. So if you go to a website, and I'm sure we've all seen this, a banner will pop up that says, your computer may be infected with spyware. Click here, download or buy a program that'll remove it. And in fact, these programs are fake security programs. They're all bogus. It's actually malware. So many people will be tricked into buying this software, and they're in fact paying to infect themselves. So I think more financially motivated attacks that rely on social engineering. And social engineering is essentially trying to trick someone into doing something to themselves by crafting an email or going through a social network. We're seeing a lot of social networks being used to spread malware. And so what will happen is you'll get a link from Facebook, or again from Instant Messenger, like a QQ link. Someone will be infected, and what the worm will do is try and send a link to everyone in their buddy list. And again, once someone else is infected, the financial information on their computer is then sent back to the attacker. I think we can also expect to see more attacks against web applications like custom web applications that lead to data loss, and also hosted applications, things like Salesforce.com, Gmail, things that are hosted in the cloud. So I think cloud security is going to be very interesting over the next year. I don't think there's anything that's going to completely surprise us, because typically the way things work in the security industry is that hackers go for pools of users that are very easy to target with very little effort. So that's why social networks are such a popular use among hackers, because there's so many people they can attack with very little effort. Same thing with Wi-Fi networks. There's a lot of people using those networks, so it's more in the hacker's interest to develop tools for those technologies. And the same reason we see that Internet Explorer has a lot of vulnerabilities in it, because a lot of people look towards Internet Explorer as a web browser because it has the highest market share. As Firefox, Mozilla started to get more and more market share, we started to see a few more vulnerabilities spike up year after year, because that's where vulnerability researchers look at. Oh, that's what they look at, what people are using, what's popular. So I don't think we're going to be completely surprised. I think what we can do is look to the technologies that many customers are using and make sure we stay ahead of any potential threats that we foresee. There are things that happen in the security industry. A vulnerability may arise that may take advantage of a piece of code that no one's looked at before. And what we try to do at TippingPoint is, in the research lab, we write very general types of protection filters that look at techniques. They don't look at specific vulnerabilities. So many times a vulnerability will come out, and we'll have protected our customers, in some cases for months or even a couple years, because we're looking at the techniques that hackers are also using, not necessarily the specific vulnerabilities as well. In the same way, we are writing protection filters for specific vulnerabilities, so we don't care how many worms come out that take advantage of it. We should be able to write a protection filter once for a vulnerability that we know about, and 50 or 100 worms could come out that take advantage of that vulnerability, and our customers would be safe. So you can look at techniques, you can also look at the vulnerabilities that have come out before to anticipate what types of things are going to happen.